Hi, this is Alessio. Hope you're well. Just a quick update for you on the Bitcoin situation today, which is looking quite interesting. So in this video, I want to bring your attention to this particular chart and also a couple of other charts which I'm watching right now, including this one, and explain to you what I think is important about them. Now, before I come to that, I want to discuss this as well. Many of you know by now, I'm sure you know by now if you've seen my previous videos, that as far as the long-term picture on Bitcoin is concerned, as far as the multi-month and multi-year picture of Bitcoin is concerned, I remain bullish. So as I'm sure you know by now, there's a difference between outlooks of medium-term, long-term, and short-term. So as far as these two are concerned, over here at the bottom, as far as the medium-term to long-term picture of Bitcoin, I remain bullish, again, for the next 3 to 6 months and the next 6 to 12 months. I think actually next year, 2021, is likely to be a phenomenally fantastic year. And I think next year in 2021, very likely we could see the highs of 2017, around about the 20,000 levels being tested. So again, over the long-term and medium-term picture, I remain quite firmly bullish. The question is, well, what about the short-term? So what I'm more concerned about is over here, the next few weeks, the next 2 to 4 weeks potentially. Okay, so let's talk about that. And this is not actually very clear, and I think there are some warning signs for Bitcoin right now. Now, I know some of you are probably thinking right now, well, hang on a second, Alessio, this picture of Bitcoin looks amazing. It looks fantastic. Look at it. It's rallying beautifully. It's taking out its October highs. So, what's wrong with this? Everything looks fantastic, right? Even the weekly chart. I mean, look at the weekly chart, guys. Yeah, I have to admit, the weekly chart looks pretty good too. So where's the problem here? I'll tell you why in a second. There are several problems. Let's begin first of all with the daily chart. So notice as the market's going up here, as Bitcoin is going up, look at the 4-hour, the 240-minute chart. Something isn't quite right here. Notice the MACD. We got MACD divergence, by the way, guys. Look at this. So notice we're making highs, okay, making a higher high, right? But the MACD, is it also making a higher high? No, it's not. As a matter of fact, we're getting a lower high at the moment. Now, maybe the MACD divergence will be negated in the next few days, possibly. But at the moment, we got a MACD negative divergence warning. Okay, something isn't quite right here. Look at the hourly chart as well. The hourly chart, at the moment, very similar picture. So we're taking out the highs here, but still the MACD hasn't made new highs at the moment. But I think the 4-hour chart, for the moment, shows a much more significant negative divergence on the MACD. Now, there's also a second warning signal given to us by the Volatility Index, the VIX, or the Fear Index. I mentioned this to you a couple of days ago in my Sunday video, and you may recall I said to you a few days ago that Volatility Index looks like it could be breaking that channel. It did break the channel yesterday, by the way, on Monday. Now, it didn't quite break above the 30 level here. We're still below the 30 level, but nonetheless, the VIX is showing some potentially warning signs. It's trying to break that channel right there. Now, we're below the channel today, obviously, but let's see what happens in the next few days. Will it try to break this channel again? And could we get above the 30 level here? So again, some warning signs here by the Volatility Index or the VIX. And as you may know, when volatility goes up, it puts downward pressure often on stock markets and also on Bitcoin, likely as well. By the way, notice that the stock market yesterday had quite a bad day. It dropped down to some key support levels. So the picture on the stock market, the S&P, doesn't look great either. But here's something even more worrying. Take a look at this chart. And this actually is by far perhaps the biggest warning signal to us about Bitcoin. Notice that while Bitcoin has just taken out its October highs, okay, the recent October high here, okay, that's the October 12th high we just took out recently, right? But what about Ethereum? Ethereum is not doing that. In fact, Ethereum, ETH, is not participating. And that is a worry. You may recall I made a video about this recently, about Bitcoin's leading indicator. And I showed you this chart and I said, look, pay close attention to what's happening on Ethereum, because Ethereum is very often a leading indicator. When Bitcoin is rallying, I want to see Ethereum leading. Okay, take a look over here. This happened back in July. And this is actually what made me very bullish about Bitcoin in the summer, because Ethereum essentially took out its summer highs right here. As you can see, on the 22nd of July, it took out its summer highs. And Bitcoin only did that several days later. Okay, so Bitcoin only followed afterwards, a few days later. So whenever Bitcoin is going up, I want to see Ethereum leading. And when Ethereum is lagging, like it's doing right now, that I got to tell you, it's a caution sign. It's a warning sign to us. So I don't like the fact that Ethereum here is lagging behind. Now look, if you're a Bitcoin maximalist, if you're someone who doesn't like other cryptos, like for example Ethereum, then you might say to me right now, well, Alessio, who cares what Ethereum is doing right now? Obviously the big deal is Bitcoin. But I would respectfully disagree. It is the crypto which is the highest market cap according to CoinMarketCap here, but Ethereum is the second most important crypto, especially when it comes to market cap. And the fact is, when correlations begin to break down between these two, between Ethereum and Bitcoin, I do pay close attention, and it does matter. Okay, so it's not the case that just because Ethereum is lagging behind, oh, who cares? Let's just forget about it. No, it does matter. Ethereum is not participating in this rally that we're seeing right now in Bitcoin. All right, and when that happens, I pay close attention. And it's not just Ethereum, by the way. Other cryptos are not participating either. I mean, XRP is not doing much either. We can see the same thing happening across the board on Litecoin. Litecoin is not doing anything either. But again, more especially Ethereum. Notice that Ethereum is still below its October highs. In fact, take a close look over here. And there's our October high right there at 395. And we're right now at 376 as I'm making this video. We have not taken out the October highs here on Ethereum. We're not above that level yet. And that is a warning sign. That's a caution sign here for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. And something else too, notice that Ethereum is still below the level I mentioned to you. Remember, I mentioned this in my video about a week or so ago, 420 on Ethereum. We are still below this 420 key level here on Ethereum. Put it this way, guys, I'm going to keep this simple. As long as Ethereum continues to lag behind here, okay, so let's just bring this to focus. As long as Ethereum is lagging behind, and as long as it remains below its October high and its 420 level here, I'm still remaining cautious here about both Bitcoin and Ethereum. I am not going to get bullish in the short term for Ethereum and Bitcoin as long as we remain below 420 on Ethereum. If Ethereum finally gets the energy to break above its October high and above its 420 level here, then fine, I'll change my mind and I'll become much more bullish on Bitcoin and Ethereum. But as long as Ethereum remains below this key level here and also its October high, then no. I'm still going to remain cautious because this could be a warning sign for both Ethereum and Bitcoin. So I'm just saying, look, things are not looking all that great here for Bitcoin because we're not seeing participation here by some of the other cryptos, again, like Ethereum, for example, here. And usually this market leads, like we saw before. Many times before I've seen Ethereum leading and it's not leading. Take a look at ETH-BTC. ETH-BTC here is falling. So Ethereum is falling against Bitcoin, as you can see here from this chart. So yeah, I would like to see this happening. Take a look. I mean, whenever I see Ethereum leading against Bitcoin, like we saw here in the summer periods, okay, and also even back as far as May, yeah, that's when I get interested in Bitcoin and Ethereum. But when this is happening right now, when Ethereum is falling down against Bitcoin, like so, like right now here, yeah, I don't like that. That is not something I want to see when Bitcoin is going up. Now look, it is possible I might be wrong here, and again, this is based on probabilities, but again, I don't think I'm wrong, because whenever I see Ethereum lagging behind like it is doing right now, when Ethereum is saying, you know what, so what, then something is telling me that, again, not everything is right here in this picture.